Dan, I don't know what happened last week. Where were you?
I was, what is that term? Out of pocket? Is that right? Yeah. Out of
Yeah,
pocket. Not
you were
available.
nowhere to be found.
Nope. I was tied up and couldn't break free.
Huh. Yeah, I missed you, and I am sure that our loyal listeners to the Wood Hounds podcast were missing you too.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I was thinking about Wednesday morning, everyone on their podcast feed just hitting refresh,
Yeah,
refresh, refresh. Where's the new episode?
yeah. I know I missed it, but whatever. The sun still came up.
Yep. Things still carried on.
I was told it came up. We don't see the sun here in Ohio in February.
I thought you guys were warming up down there, though.
Yeah, still no sun. It's always overcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, at least it's warmer.
It has warmed up, but so has my thought process for the Wood Hounds podcast. I have something I want to talk about this morning, Dan, if you will indulge me.
Yes.
I know that we like to keep things fun, and we talk about fun topics, sometimes some important topics like bark up, bark down stacking. And we talk about fun topics, but today, Dan, I want to talk about a serious topic. I want to get
Oh,
serious here for a
oh
second.
my. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm as prepared as I'm going to be.
Okay. I want to talk to you today about hand soap.
Oh, all right. The use of or non-use of, or where are we going with this?
Well, just
Hand soap.
the idea of hand soap. I had an experience, and I want to share it with you because it was insightful when you apply a firewood lens to hand soap.
Oh, I love when the firewood lens comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So, are you familiar with, I don't know how you have it up there in Wisconsin, but down here in Ohio, we wash our hands. And we have on our sinks, there's like those bars of soap. You ever
Nah.
heard of those things?
Yeah, that's old. We don't use those.
Yeah. So we use this stuff called liquid soap. It's like in a bottle with a pump on it, and it sits on the edge of your sink.
Yep.
And you pump a little bit of soap into your hands and you wash your hands.
Same up here. Same
You have
thing.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's worked its way north then. Yeah. So I had an experience. So my wife was at, I don't know, what do women do? It's like some kind of a shower, like for a baby or a wedding or something. And she won a door prize, and she came home with a matching set of soap, the stuff that you in the bottle. It's a clear bottle, and it's got the pump on the top of it. And they're a matching set, Dan, but one of them is just the liquid soap. It's like
Okay.
it's like I don't know kind of color. It'd be like a greenish gray kind of color, kind of pearly looking. The matching bottle is the kind of soap that when you pump it into your hands, it comes out foamy instead of just like the liquid kind of soap. Does that make sense? Have you ever seen that?
This will shock you, but I know exactly what you're talking about. We have that in Wisconsin as well. The foaming hand soap. Yes. I've used
Okay.
it myself many times.
Yeah. So I don't know how you are, but to me, whatever. Soap is soap, you know? But then this is my first experience with this kind of soap. You kind of pump it and it comes out as a foam, and it's kind of fun. Uh, and I have noticed that I wash my hands so I can choose between which bottle, and I always choose the one that's the foam kind. And I am also here to tell you, it smells awesome. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know what flavor it is, but man, is it just has this smell and I can't get it out of my head. It smells like bagpipes or something. I don't know. Do bagpipes have a smell?
Not,
If
not, not
if
that I
they
would be familiar with.
if they did, it would smell like this soap. It is just a pleasant smelling soap. And I wash my hands. I choose the ones that's like the foaming kind.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you know? Over the month of whatever, it's all gone. It's empty. And I tell my wife, I says, I really like that soap. I said, it smells great and it's like foam. And she says, just use the other stuff. I go, it's not the same. It's like just regular liquid soap. I want the stuff that's kind of like the foam. And she's like, oh my gosh, what kind of a husband are you? So yeah, so she didn't know where to get it because she wanted it like at a shower. So she's on the internet looking for it and stuff. Well, I was looking for it too. And then that's where I stumbled upon something. And that's what I want to share with you, Dan. So there was this YouTube video, and it was a educational video that teaches you how to make uh, soap that foams when you pump it with the pump. I was like, well, this is interesting. So you take the bottle and you buy a second bottle of the liquid soap, which is what I have. And the recipe is you fill the bottle 1/4 full with the liquid soap. And then you put in the rest of the contents is the magic elixir, the magic liquid that goes into that bottle that you fill it up with. And that magic liquid is water. It's
Water.
water. Yeah, Dan. It is a bottle of soap the same size as the liquid soap, except it's only filled 1/4 full with the liquid soap, and the rest is filled up with water.
Wow.
And it costs $2 more than the liquid soap.
That is amazing. So wait, this might beg the question then, was the liquid bottle just a bottle of replacement for the foaming bottle?
No,
Oh,
no,
all right.
no. They're like a matching set. It's a matching set. They're just like normal size, And I was like, gosh, I just love this soap. But that was my aha moment. I was thinking, wait a second. The bottle of liquid soap is $8. The bottle of the foaming soap is $10, but it only contains 1/4 of the soap that the liquid soap has. And the rest is water. Water, Dan. How expensive is water? Are you telling me that they are putting less product into the consumer's hand, literally, and watering the rest of it down with water? And they charge more for it, Dan. This is the soap industry.
And
Dan,
did you verify that that recipe worked? Like, did you put in a quarter bottle of liquid soap, fill it up with hot water or whatever, and did it
you
work?
you you better believe it. I
It,
totally did.
you
Yeah, I
couldn't tell
did.
the difference.
Well, my wife did find another bottle, so she did buy me a second bottle. No, it's exactly the same. You just you fill it up a quarter with regular soap, liquid soap, and you fill the rest up with like warm water and you shake it
And
and it
that's
like
it.
mixes together and that's it.
It comes out the same.
Yes. It
Wow.
shoots out foam.
Huh.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
they charge more for it and there's less product in it, Dan.
Less product, charging more.
Yeah. Which got me thinking. Dan.
Uh-oh.
If if the firewood industry was in charge of the soap industry, would there be peer pressure on any soap company to not make foaming hand soap?
Ooh. Interesting thought there. I don't know.
Yeah, we all know that they would be a ripoff, and we would have to start posting videos on them about ripping off customers because they're selling them less product and charging them more money.
Yeah, I think if that was the case, the soap would only be able to be bought in gallon jugs or 5 gallon barrels or 50-gallon barrels.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It would be you could only buy if the firewood industry was in charge of the hand soap industry, you would only be allowed to buy 1 gallon bottles of hand soap.
Yeah,
I- and so there wouldn't be any soap. We wouldn't be allowed to add coloring to it to make it different colors or to like put it in some ornate bottle or anything like that. It would have to be, nope, you're going to get 1 gallon of soap. It'll be the color that I'm going to make it. And then that's it.
that's right. There's no need to make it fancy. There's no awards that are going to be won by this soap.
Yeah. There was this soap. When I found their website. This stuff is called Mrs. Myers. Never heard of it. Man, does it smell good? Good gosh, does it smell great? Anyhow, they also sell it in these ornate bottles. It's the same soap, but it comes in like a glass bottle instead of a plastic one, and they charge more for it.
Yeah, and all it is it's the regular soap
Yeah,
mixed with water in a
yeah,
fancy bottle.
in a fancy bottle. Do you think there are any soap companies out there that call up Mrs. Myers and complains to them that it's just soap, it'll still wash your hands? Why are you spending all that time putting it in those fancy bottles when really if you just leave it in a 1 gallon jug it would work just as good? You think that happens in the soap industry?
I don't know. I don't probably not because although it is probably easy to make soap, so you could just have anyone, down on the corner making soap, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, here's the deal, Dan. When you think about it too, soap, liquid soap, I mean, there's probably different formulas because Dawn kind of feels kind of strong than like all the other stuff, but it is a commodity. Value can be added to it. They put it in different colors and different bottle shapes and different smells and aromas. And they get gullible customers like me to buy the stuff that smells like a bagpipe because it's foamy. Yeah, and then they discover that if they can cut their mix in a quarter and just add more water, and they can charge more money for it. That is the creativity that goes on in other industries that in the firewood industry, you would probably get a video posted about how, you shouldn't do it the way that this soap company's doing it. You should do it the way everyone else does it.
Yeah. Yeah, that soap company, they approached things a little differently, thought about a way to make a different product from the same product,
Yes.
and they got you hooked. So I would say they really succeeded. Although they probably
they
weren't counting on you learning how to make it yourself.
Yeah, but that was the eye opener though, because I was ready to pay a premium, but what the heck, you can just make it yourself. I guess the bottle has like a different kind of a nozzle on it that helps it shoot the foam out like that. But man, it was it's got me thinking about firewood. What else can we do with selling our firewood where we can actually sell less product for more money? you know and then all you got to do is post a video about making bundles, and then you catch grief because you're being a ripoff. You can buy a whole cord for $300.
Yep, that is the one aspect of firewood that it always seems everyone is so quick to not look at making more money. They just focus on making more product. Like the only way to make money is to make more firewood. Volume, volume,
Yes.
volume.
Yes, didn't you see something on Facebook not too long ago about that
Yeah, I
someone
couldn't.
was asking a question on how they can make more money selling
Yeah,
firewood, and the consensus was you have to make more.
the only way to make more money is to produce more wood.
Yeah, and that's just not true. I mean, that is one way,
Yeah,
but if you gave me enough time, I could probably come up with 27 different ways that you could make more money selling firewood. And, making more and selling more is one of them.
right.
But
That is one of them.
it's just like the hand soap industry. People do different things. They're coming out with different products. They've learned that if they put it in a different kind of a bottle and color it a different color or add a different smell to it, it sells more and they can charge a premium for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Creative, thinking
yeah.
outside the box,
And when you
taking a
think of it, they've eliminated that step of taking the liquid soap and you having to rub it together to get the lather and the foam.
lather. Yeah.
Yeah. They've taken that away. So that's just like from the bottle right to the lather.
Yeah. And that's why I pay the premium, because of the time savings now to wash my hands.
Yeah. Maybe I should take away the step of burning the wood and just ship ashes.
Pre-washed fire. What was that? I
Pre-burned
remember.
wood.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of coals and ash.
I remember growing up in the 80s, there was this thing called pre-washed jeans
Oh
where,
yes. Yep.
yeah. And now these young kids, now they wear jeans where there's holes ripped in the legs and stuff.
Yep.
They're already buying them like that. We used to have to do that on our own. That's probably why they cost so much.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting little what do you want to call this? An analogy or
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I like to see the way commerce is, and then because I got some frustrations with the firewood industry. And then I always like to say, like the concrete industry. You ever see a cement truck driving down the road? Man, wouldn't you hate to get hit by one of those? Anyhow, they also sell cement in like a 50-pound bag. And, if the firewood industry was in charge of concrete, we would be calling up these companies and calling them ripoffs for selling 50-pound bags of concrete when you can buy an entire cement truck, for a lot
Yeah.
less per pound,
Right.
or whatever they measure it with. Cubic yard,
Yards.
cubic foot.
Yards. Yep.
Yeah.
Cubic yard.
Uh-huh.
Yard of concrete.
Yeah. And the same thing with soap. There would be if firewood was in charge of soap, there would be some people that would say that you have to pour the soap all over the sink and leave it there because putting it in a bottle would be wasting your time.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing would be you have to only sell it by the gallon.
Yeah, you can only sell it by the gallon.
Yeah.
Or we would sell a half gallon for the price of 1 gallon divided by 2.
Right.
Yeah. We wouldn't charge extra for a half gallon because it's a value, because people don't want necessarily a 1 gallon jug of soap. They want something smaller and more convenient.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's always interesting to compare other industries and see how they would relate to firewood. But I think one factor that's always has to be considered is the fact that, like with firewood, anyone can do it. Like anyone down the street can go out, cut their tree up, put it in their truck, and go sell it to someone. So I
Yeah.
think that's the challenge, is that all these people looking to get into firewood are always worried about being undercut in price. And that's why they think the only way to make up for that is just to have more, I guess I can only sell my face cord for $60, so therefore I just have to sell 1,000 of them
Yeah.
to make money.
Yeah, that was the first thing I realized was I can't be a volume firewood dealer. It's just physically impossible. I am not going to make that much because I'd get bored doing it. And I couldn't make that much because I just can't get the log supply. I try to sell less and less each year, and I still can't keep up with my supply. Fortunately, I was able to think differently, and being able to apply this business model to firewood has allowed me to make a living out of it. If I would have opened a soap company, I mean, serious, how hard can it be to make soap, Dan? I mean, doesn't soap, I don't know, grow on trees or something? Or you can squeeze it out of turnips or something?
I think you just got to boil fat, don't you?
Yeah, that's all. You got to,
Something.
something about, you got to catch a whale. And yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
yeah. I mean, how hard can that be? Yeah, so you make soap, get a fancy bottle, and try to find different ways to make your price go up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Why make more soap? That's just more work.
That is the big key that I think is often overlooked. And I mentioned this in a video once. Like, I think firewood gets glorified, or people think of it as, oh, yeah, it's not that hard to make 100 cords. And it's like, holy moly's. Well, let
Yes,
me
it
tell
is.
you, 100
Yeah,
cords of wood is a lot of work.
I remember the first time I considered 100 cords of wood when I was meeting with the Small Business Development Center, and they created one of those pivot tables that you hear about, one of those
Oh, yep.
spreadsheets to like calculate and forecast. And the magic number for me back then was 100 cords a year. And I still remember thinking, gosh, there's just no way I could ever make that much wood.
No.
Yeah, I still remember that day.
And to all those out there who do produce hundreds and hundreds of cords, yeah, I don't think people realize how much work those people do. Like,
Yeah, it's
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, even with a machine, it's still a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where you can't ever discount the labor it takes to do it. And that's where I think a lot of these other arguments in the firewood industry just ring hollow with me, like can't stack wood because it's just wasting your time because you could make more, you know? And I was like, well, isn't that work, making more?
Yeah, that's where I always question when you get into these conversations and people start saying next year they want to make, 90 cords instead of 30 and this,
Yeah.
so that it's like, well, are you looking to make more wood or make more money? Like, what is your goal for next year? Like, why is it always just about increasing the amount of cords that you make? And then what you end up probably doing is they produce more cords, but they sell them for less. So they actually are going backwards.
Yeah. Well, there's still more money.
Right.
But yeah, they're working harder to get it.
Right.
Yeah. And that's not on my list of things to do. I mean, I work. I mean, there's no denying that. But I mean, I also have a brain, and I would prefer to work less and make more money.
And
So
you're
that's
getting old.
That's what I'm trying to perfect. Yeah, my old brain don't work like it used to either.
You're getting old. You're taking likings to hand soaps with scents of bagpipes. I'm still. Are you like trying to like? Are you like making some reference to like Irish Spring or something? Like I would think a bagpipe would smell like old and I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The smell, I can't describe it. How do you describe a smell sometime?
I don't think a bagpipe would smell good at all. a big thing of air that people have blown into it. I think that's going to smell like bad breath. I don't know.
Well, it hasn't been used. It's still new. It's kind of like sneakers,
bagpipe.
Yeah, like sneakers have. Some people get addicted to the smell of tennis shoes.
Oh yes,
but you wouldn't want to smell them. Yeah, you wouldn't want to smell them after someone has worn them. Well, I'm saying the bagpipe. I don't know what they smell like. I've never even been within 50 feet of a bagpipe in my whole life. I'm just saying, I'll bet you it has a distinctive odor, and it smells like my soap.
I see.
That my wife wanted a baby shower.
that you are now producing in mass quantity. So you can
Yeah.
just use the bottle that you had, though, right? You just use that with the special pump on it. You
Yeah. All I did, I just took the
took
the
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 top off
the,
and
the normal stuff and just filled it up. About quarter up. The bottle tapers, so you got to estimate. And I put warm water in the rest of it. I was like, "What the heck? It works fine. It's like
jeepers,
the
that's
exact same
crazy.
stuff." Yeah, and you know how like soap is kind of thick. If you like tilt the bottle, it takes a
Yep.
while for it to pour down. Not this. It just acts like water. You think the
Wow.
bottle's filled with water. Yeah. I cannot wait for you to get back down here to Ohio. So I'm going to invite you in to wash your hands.
Well, generally when I show up, I do have to use the bathroom, so
Yeah.
have it ready.
Yeah. That
So
is
there you
true.
go, Woodhounds. When you come in from your wood yard, maybe try out a little foaming hand soap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. A quarter of the product for 20% more in cost.
20% more.
Something like that. I don't know. I'm just
20
anytime you hear me say numbers, you should be suspicious.
25% of the product for 20% more cost.
Yeah. And then put it
Wow.
in an ornate bottle and charge even more.
Yeah. Crazy times we have here.
Ohio Wood Burner and Soap Company.
Yeah,
I think I'm
maybe
gonna roll the dice here.
start putting little bottles in with your bundles.
Yeah. Our wood is so nice that you got to wash your hands before you
Right.
throw it into your stove. Yeah.
Yeah. This soap isn't to wash your hands after handling the wood. This is to wash your hands so that you can handle the wood, because
That's
this
right.
wood demands your hands to be clean.
Yes. That could be a t-shirt, Dan.
Oh, well, that's a little long.
That could be a t-shirt.
Oh.
All right, Dan. Well, this was, I don't know. This was a serious discussion. I've just had to have this with you.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of interested to know, maybe there's others out there that have experienced this hand soap phenomenon.
Uh-huh. Well, just type it into YouTube. You'd just be shocked. I was like, that's it? I thought I had some, you had to like wear one of those lab coats and goggles and
you had your Bunsen burner out?
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's like step 2, add water, it said.
Step 3, shake.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right, Dan. Well, I tell you what, let's table this discussion on soap and let's strike up the band.
Strike up the band. Yes, indeed. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of the Wood Hounds podcast on your favorite streaming service every Wednesday. We are the #1 firewood podcast and hand soap podcast in the world.
Yeah, and please consider giving us a 5-star review for our firewood discussion and hand soap, and we would be very grateful because it does help with those algorithm things that you hear about. And Dan, let's tell everyone out there in podcast land to wash
with foaming soap.
Yeah. And don't worry if you
run out,
because it's super easy to refill it. And with clean hands, you can have
a great day.